It's the First Reaction Podcast. We've seen Captain Marvel, and obviously the Skrulls were announced in Captain Marvel. Who do you think could possibly be a Skrull in the cinematic universe? Bearing in mind, so originally in the comics, the Skrulls are bad guys.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
They're not... It's not even like they're maybe anti-heroes. There are a couple that could possibly be good Skrulls, but in general, they're all bad Skrulls. So
Skrulls.
It's strange that they didn't even hint at... I mean, at the start, you think the Skrulls are bad.
At the start, you think they're bad.
Spoilers.
And there's a big old twist, and they're like, oh, they're the good guys, actually.
But I think it's a pretty obvious twist. I don't know. I was expecting it.
I didn't expect it, no. Okay. But I don't know as much as the MCU as you, so... Normie.
I was expecting it from a plot point, but I thought at the end, they'd be like... But secretly, there's like a evil band of Skrulls or something. I thought they'd try and keep the Skrulls to be evil because there's a whole entire storyline called Skrull Invasion in the comics where it turns out that certain superheroes that we already know that we've seen in the comics for like the last
are actually
year or
Skrulls.
So, have been a Skrull for that whole entire year. Like not just for the comic, like for
every
single bit.
Something about, I think it was Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
In the comics, and she was actually a Skrull.
So she was the queen of the Skrulls, impersonated Spider-Woman. Okay. Because only the royalty of Skrulls can impersonate superpowers.
And they have their powers as well. Yes. Yeah, I saw
that. So there's been a lot of theories going around. Basically, I watched a couple of new Rockstars videos.
Good videos.
Because they're doing a thing called Skrull Search, which inspired me to do this. Have you seen...
I've seen one, maybe. Yes. I think they've done a few.
So they've done two, I think. One on Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, Nick Fury.
Why don't I just call him by his character?
That's the one I saw.
Yeah, which I don't think he is a Skrull.
Okay.
They did one on Captain Marvel. Don't think she's a Skrull. Basically because they're both in the Skrull film. It would just be a bit obvious, I think.
Yeah, okay.
And also...
Well, it's possible for anyone to be, really, as long as they see them. Is that right?
Yeah,
so you have to see them and then...
So we're talking about from when we saw the Captain Marvel film till present day. So I want to discuss characters that aren't in the Captain Marvel film that could be Skrulls that we've seen in films since then that might have, like, say the first two films they weren't a Skrull and the third film they might have been a Skrull.
Okay.
Like who do you think could possibly be a Skrull?
I think
like Infinity War or something like that.
Someone, like a news reporter or an interviewer, should just ask Tom Holland and he'll give it away.
Yes.
He gives away everything.
Are there new characters in this movie?
Or Mark Ruffalo, he's really bad at that kind of stuff.
Does he?
Well. Yeah.
Really badly.
Wait till you see this next one. Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody. No. Is that...
No. Hey, whatever. I would like to meet. It's really interesting because we should.
It's
fine. You're gonna be fine.
Have you seen the clips of Tom Holland in like interviews where
I've seen
Cumberbatch is like, nope. He's not answering that question.
A compilation of it. It's really funny.
It's so good. Like every single press conference, pretty much.
It's really funny.
Do you all survive the film? Are there characters that don't make it? I mean, it is a war. If everyone comes out, it's not that believable.
Yeah.
Moving on.
But then people who could be, what, you mean that could be revealed in Endgame or just in general, just like...
So, part of the Captain Marvel theory that New Rockstars was saying is that Captain Marvel was Captain Marvel all the way through the film until like a certain part, and then she turned into a Skrull. And they said one thing that I thought would be cool. Everyone's really worried about Captain Marvel coming in and being way too powerful and just beating Thanos. A bit like Superman did in Justice League. So, to get over that, they make Captain Marvel come in, not be very powerful, and then die. But then it'd be revealed that it was a Skrull.
It's actually
it wasn't the real Captain Marvel. And the real Captain Marvel is still really powerful and is just doing other things. Or like is locked up by the Skrull or something.
Okay.
The only issue with that is they've not shown the Skrulls to be evil at all yet. So if they were just like, well, the Skrulls have captured Captain Marvel.
We'll take a twist back on the twist.
Yeah. So
then...
that wouldn't be very good. I think they might pivot the Skrulls to be, they will take over humans or like superheroes to benefit the universe. So say like if, for instance, Iron Man was doing a bit too much oh, I like to blow things up. I like rockets.
None of that,
do all
Iron
that kind
Man.
of stuff. Then the Skrulls kidnap him and go, none of that, Iron Man.
None of that, Iron Man.
And become Iron Man and decide that he's now going to start saving the world. Iron Man could have just been a Skrull the whole time, and Tony Stark's still a playboy
Philanthropist.
Don't think that's true, but that's the kind of idea that I think they might go with Skrulls, as in, like, they make them...
Yeah, it would be quite cool.
Make people be better.
Okay, yeah. Well,
so, who do you think... Because it can't be an Iron Man or a Captain America, but I also don't think they're going to be in Phase 4, which is the next one after Endgame.
Yeah.
I think one of them's going to die, or if they don't both die, one of them's going to retire and just not have any more films and not be around the MCU.
That's what I was going to say as well. So, Captain America, Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth for Thor, I think both of their contracts, and maybe Robert Downey Jr.
ended, like, quite a while ago.
Oh.
He's not done his last solo film was Iron Man 3.
So is it just for solo?
He's not got a contract.
Okay.
He can be employed for a film, but he's not got a contract with
Right,
MCU,
so it's not a continuous chunk.
Yeah.
Okay, but Captain America's and Thor's are ending after this next movie, I think, which makes me think that those two characters could either die or have some kind of side story, which means that they're not going to have another standalone film.
Skrull. Well, I think that it could mean that they might be a Skrull, but they'd have to kind of worm that in a way that they weren't just like, oh, they're a Skrull, they're a Skrull.
They're a squirrel.
They're a squirrel, but only for this film. Because if it was only for the film that we were just watching, it wouldn't be that much of a, oh. I think one of the newer characters that they've introduced, or a new character that they're going to introduce in Phase 4, from the beginning of when we see that character, they're not going to be that character, and they're going to actually have been a Skrull the whole time.
That could be cool, because they've only just introduced the Skrulls to the movies.
Yes, so
that would make sense.
The next new character that we get might be a Skrull,
Would
and
make
then
sense.
literally, like, years down the line, films down the line, it gets revealed that they've been a Skrull the whole time, and it won't be like... We won't feel like we've lost, like, our connection to the character. No, so say if, I don't know, there's a Chung Boy character that comes up in Marvel.
Yeah.
We fall in love with the Chung Boy character, but he's
Naturally.
been a Skrull the whole time. So when it gets revealed he was a Skrull, we don't go, oh no, he was a Skrull. I loved him before he was a Skrull.
Okay.
Because he's been a Skrull the whole time. So we love the
know.
Skrull. We didn't love Chung Boy. We loved the Skrull. So I think
Interesting.
I think that might be where they go with that.
Interesting.
Because they don't want the Skrulls to be bad guys, it seems. A little bit of a theory.
But I
really like the idea of figuring out who might be a Skrull.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing to theorise.
But yeah, I don't think that's Marvel's at the forefront of their mind at the moment.
If you've listened to this far, we might be on Apple Podcasts at this point, so it'd mean a lot to us if you could go on Apple Podcasts and rate us 5 stars.
Oh, mate, that
I'll
would
give
be
you a
amazing.
shout out, because the more ratings you get, the more reach you get on Apple Podcasts.
They don't
So
care
that'd
about
be
you unless
awesome.
you get ratings, really, for some reason.
Pretty much. But thank you very much for listening.
Yes, thank you very much. And also on YouTube, come and listen to the podcast. I'll add this bit at the end, even though it'll be a black screen. But, you know.
Hi, black
boys.
screen.
Hello, black screen. Should we do the outro?
Let's do the outro.
It's the First Reaction Podcast.
First Reactions Podcast.